Well, hello again. Well, I thought I'd give you guys one more teaser before I get this tractor completely done. I got a home here. I got the tires off again. They're up getting new shoes put on. Decided to go with a Petless tire. It's a little cheaper tire. It's not your Goodyear or Firestone, but for a tractor like this, they'll do what they need to do. So I've got the rest of the decals all on. Got the over-under on there and the white decal on the side there. Got the cold start one and the operator's checklist. Console there, and I got the new seat on. I gotta do a bit of wiring and stuff here. It doesn't look the greatest, but it's all got to be done yet. And I sweet talked my better half into hand painting all this black on the instrument panel there. There's the side panel on the other side. I'll show you when I go around here. I could not for the life of me get the over-under or the throttle lever off. Inside here is a roll pin that goes through, and I heated it and heated it, and I couldn't get it out. So I thought rather than wreck something, I leave it, and she's gonna hand paint all this in here. At least I hope she is. And I could not for the life of me find nickel-plated bolts. Jake Ziegler had used them on that 504. I think it was a 504. Yeah, 504 International that he restored. And I would have liked to have. Silly phone won't. There. I don't know why it's not focusing properly. Yeah, I would like to have used nickel-plated bolts all on the side hood panels here. As you can see, and all of our guy out there will be swearing at me. I use the grade 8 slotted machine bolts in here. Now the difference is now, is these bolts are going to have never sees on them. So you'll be able to get them out again. Or whoever buys it will be able to get them out without having to heat them. I think on the old 1600, I think Dad had to heat every single bolt on it to get it out, but I made sure that never happens again. I want to get your opinion out there. I don't know what to think of these stripes on the fenders. Maybe it'll look a little better when the tires are on, but I'm just not sure what to think of that. Still waiting for Dad to bring my lights back here. That would make it look a little better too. Gonna end up going over and getting them myself, I think. Everything's covered in dust. We had a mild spell last week, and actually a really mild spell. I think 90% of our snow went away, and then 2 days ago we had a major snowstorm and it all came back. But anyway, it was dry last week, so it stirred up the dust, and now everything's covered. So Dad's getting me a new steering wheel here. Was going to try and use the old one, but it's cracked so bad that we're just going to put a new one in. You can get those at Steiner Tractor. Waiting for the chrome stack, and I have to paint the cap on the air breather and the fuel cap and radiator cap. They're all getting painted silver. These look really funny with no tires on them. Looking forward to the day I can turn the key and drive it out of here. Well, somebody's going to get a really nice tractor, that's for sure. Fortunately, the 1755s aren't a real sought after tractor, not like the 18 and 1955s, or especially the 2255s. But you know what? They're still a nice tractor for 85, 90 horsepower in there. It'll cut hay, it'll bale hay, it'll do light tillage, it'll plow, do whatever you want it to. I have the one 3-point hitch arm off. I never realized this is actually bent. I got to straighten that. But that was missing on the other side. So I had to take it off. I wish I'd have noticed it before I painted it. Getting ready to paint some yellow here. So I ended up welding a piece of angle iron, drilled it and rounded the corners a bit. So I'm going to touch that up. And all these little blocks I'm going to paint red. And I hope it turns out, because it's going to be a lot of work to do it. I got to sand all that white off. See, originally pretty sure these are galvanized. There's no paint on them when they came from the factory. So over time, being in the field and pesticides and salt and whatnot, they eventually started rusting, and I could paint them silver, but you know what, I got a little bit of paint left over. I'm going to paint them all red, just to see how it looks. That's the nose piece for the 411R. Oh, I'm going to show you this. I've never had this happen before. Whatever was on this side piece for the console over there, when I painted it, it had some kind of reaction. Look at that. Now, if I was painting alligator skin or something like that, that would be fine, but I want this to be smooth. I'll show you the other pieces. They worked out fine, so I don't know what could have possibly been on the... Yeah, see, these turned out fine. A little dusty, but just that one piece. And there's your grab handles for the side. I got them painted too. But never fails. I was scratching my head there for a bit. I could not figure out where this plate went. I was crawling around underneath of it. I noticed it goes on the bell housing by the flywheel there underneath. It's keeping me awake at night. I had to make a pin here. I had to make one because I couldn't find one that was the same length as this one. And you don't want them sticking out too far, or you'll be hitting the tire and whatnot. So I made one just like it. I'm just going to go with these lynch pins. Don't imagine the corn stalks would grab them, but I guess we'll find out. Probably the hard way. Got the little decals in the seat here. Oh, they're not quite lined up. So there she is so far. Hopefully the next video I post will be us driving this out of here. So until next time, thanks for watching.